On this episode of the show, we're talking about 3 reasons why having a family member succeed you in your business is a bad idea.
Creating wealth, protecting families, building legacy. This is the Rich Life Lawyer Show.
Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small, and this is episode 80 of the Rich Life Lawyer Show. I'm your host. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. I'm an estate planning attorney, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about what is an interesting and fun topic for me as a business owner and as an estate planning attorney, and that is business succession planning, and to go along with that, considering family members to run the business, or 3 reasons why you might not want to have a family member to run your business. Now, I have 3 young kids right now, and I must admit, I think fondly about a day when one of them may want to take over one of my businesses or all of them and run them. And it's something that is kind of cool, right? It's that when you talk about legacy, that's what it's all about, right? Taking over for you, taking over the family business, running the thing. But that's not always the best option. And there are 3 reasons why focusing specifically and solely on family members to take over the business could be a bad idea. And let's just dive right into them. So number 1, the first reason, and maybe the most important reason of all, is that you may not have any kids that are qualified to run the business, right? And these qualifications could come in many different ways. They could not have the education, they could not have the background, they could just not be good enough, right? I know we never want to say that about our kids, but maybe they're just not cut out to run the company, and that's okay. But being able to really analyze that and dig into that from an analytical perspective and not an emotional perspective is critically important, because what's at stake is more than just your company, right? It's your family, it's your legacy, it's their ability to thrive and live in the future when you're gone or when you're retired. It's all about you too, right? Because when you retire, you want this business hopefully to be able to continue to sustain your life and your goals and aspirations. So, really make sure that you're evaluating your kids and whoever you decide to take over the business to make sure that they're actually qualified to do that. The second reason it's not always a great idea to have a family member succeed in the business is because they may not want to. I can't tell you how many people come into the office and to do some estate planning and some business succession planning, and they just tell me they're going to give the business to their kids. And I say, well, do they want to run the business? Do they know anything about the business? Are they interested in the business? And they say, well, no, not really. And those 2 things just often don't connect. We just assume that we're going to give everything that we have to our family when we're gone. And that may not be the best option because, again, you give the business to someone that doesn't know how to run it, doesn't have the same passion and fire that you do, maybe doesn't even care about it. They're going to do one thing. They're going to run that business right into the ground. And like I said, it's going to affect you, it's going to affect your family, it's going to affect your kids and their kids, and on down the line. So remember that when you're thinking about selecting your kids to run your business. The third reason you may not want to have your kids run the business is because there may be someone better out there to do it. And that person might be right in front of you. Consider, if you're thinking about your business right now, have you had someone that's been working for you for a long time, that you trust, that is loyal, that knows the business, right? That has shown that dedication and passion to you and your business over time, and that has the skills and the ability to take it over and run it and make it what it should be in the future, to make it grow, to build it up. That is probably the right person for the job. At least that is someone that you want to consider and vet and have conversations with and talk to and run these things by, because that is a diamond in the rough, right? That is could be your legacy. Now, I will end this. I'll go more in depth on what I'm about to talk about in another video, but just to sort of handle an objection that I know is coming up, which is, well, the reason I have to give it to my kids is because I want to maintain control over the company, okay? It's possible to have someone else run your company and also maintain control over the company at the same time. You can even do that with your kids. You can either create 2 shares of stock, 2 classes of stock. You can have a voting stock and a common stock. You can have an active stock and an inactive stock from a leadership standpoint. You can also simply elect or hire or promote a CEO, right? And then the family is basically the board of directors. They sit on the and they evaluate the business from that standpoint, where you're not running it from a day-to-day operations standpoint. You don't have to worry about cash flow and insurance and HR, hiring, firing, business cycles. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. You are simply there to make sure that the business is going in the right direction, that the company culture is maintained in the way that you want, and that the family legacy continues to live on from a bigger picture kind of a standpoint. So don't think that having someone else run the business or even take a stake in the business is going to ruin it for your family, because it's just not going to happen. All right. If you want to get in touch with me and talk more about this, that'd be great. My phone number is 206-659-1512. You can email me, chris@cmslawfirm.com. And if you want to dive into this topic more, business succession planning, some of the pitfalls, some of the things to look out for, I have a free webinar that I host, free training, and you can go and check that out and register if you want at cmslawfirm.com/business. All right. Thank you for your time. I'll talk to you soon.